curious, slightly hushed tone. Look at this mechanism. It is flawlessly machined. In a corporate environment, this is your ideal employee. You can ask anyone, peers, supervisors, cross-functional teams, and the feedback is identical. They are technically excellent, intellectually strong, and absolutely reliable. Yet, a jarring reality hits during promotion cycles. When the executive team sits down to plan the next level of leadership, this flawless employee becomes completely invisible. Their performance reviews reveal a repeating pattern. There is always a but. They are dependable, but only within strict boundaries. They execute, but they do not create direction beyond their own immediate function. The tension here is specific. This person is not failing because they do bad work. They are trapped because they are succeeding at a level that makes them appear indispensable exactly where they are. In the modern corporate structure, executing every task perfectly does not guarantee advancement. Often, it ensures you will stay exactly where you are. There is a name for this invisible barrier keeping the high performer in place: the execution identity. This structure illustrates the trap. Your early career success, precision, thoroughness, and reliability now build the walls holding you back. In technical roles, thoroughness is a virtue, but as you move up, the context shifts. At the executive altitude, thoroughness without narrative is a limitation. The high performer finds that their focus on the how has siloed them, making their ability to handle the why invisible to the leadership team. To understand why this happens, we have to stop looking at the individual contributor and look at the wider organizational hierarchy. Top-tier organizations operate on a very uncomfortable truth. Executives are not assessed on what they physically produce. The true metric of leadership is different. Leaders are assessed on what they compel others to see, believe, and do. This is exactly what we mean by thoroughness without narrative. Look at Path A. A reliable executor hands over a dense, chaotic cluster of raw data. It is perfectly accurate, but it requires the receiver to do the decoding. Path B takes those exact same data points and sequences them into a unified arrow pointing toward a specific outcome. Without the ability to craft that directional narrative, an organization views a high performer as a reliable processor of data, rather than someone capable of defining the next goal. This brings us to the defining question for any career. What is the exact difference between delivering value and communicating value? The answer is influence. Corporate culture treats influence as a natural gift. We assume it requires natural charisma or a specific personality type. That is a myth. Influence is a structured set of behaviors. It can be practiced, measured, and learned by anyone. The first critical behavior is stakeholder navigation. This is the active process of routing pathways between previously unconnected parts of the business. The second critical behavior is executive communication. This requires a shift from delivering information to actively making meaning out of that information. Mastering these mechanics moves a professional's role from completing a checklist to defining the priorities that others follow. Every high performer eventually faces a final organizational reality check. Look at this division. Your organization is already aware of what you do. They see the sterile, crisp outputs of your daily labor. But cross over that line, and you hit the true danger. The leadership team often has no clear sense of who you are beyond that output. If you are only known for your execution, your career value is tied exclusively to your results. Your professional standing is only as stable as your last deliverable. Breaking the execution ceiling requires leaving behind the safety of the reliable executor to become a strategist who defines what the work actually means for the business.